All right, my dear friends, I hope I am clearly audible right now. Just give me a confirmation if I'm clearly audible. Just write something in the chat box. There was some problem with the noise, with the voice. So, some problem with the connectivity. Now, I hope I am clearly audible to all of you, right? Okay, great, Sonali. Thank you for confirming. So, friends, welcome back once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Gourav Gupta, and I welcome all of you in this session for ZAT 2024. Now, friends, I was saying that I'll repeat all those things which you have missed because of some audio problem. So, some of the big examinations are already over, and some of the big examinations like NMAT and SNAP will be over in the next few days. Tomorrow, 19 December, is the last date for NMAT, and another 3 days, 22nd of December, will be the last slot for SNAP 2023. Now, the next big examination will be ZAT 2024. We have even less than 20 days, 19 days, I would say. This month is of 31 days. So, yes, exactly 20 days are left for ZAT 2024. I'm pretty sure that all of you must be taking ZAT examination because I consider this is my opinion. I don't know if you will differ with it or not, but in my opinion, ZAT is one of the biggest examination after CAT. Now, CAT, why it is big? Because of the quality and quantity of colleges in it. IIMs, some of the biggest institutions, they participate in CAT, but ZAT is not a small thing. ZAT is also a big thing because of XLRI and some other B schools that participate in ZAT 2020 ZAT examination. So I would consider ZAT as the second biggest examination after CAT, right? Now we have only 20 days for the final set of preparation for ZAT. I would not think that some of you will be starting your preparation because all of you must have completed your preparation for CAT examination. But here in ZAT, we need to prepare certain things which are different than CAT examination, right? So to tackle all these things, first of all, I'll give you information which I'll be repeating towards the end of the session. Tomorrow, that is 19th of December, we are starting a crash course for ZAT 2024, in which there will be 15 power pack sessions that will be conducted almost every day at 7 p.m. Yes, crash course for ZAT 2024 on YouTube as well as our application. It will happen almost on daily basis at 7 p.m. There will be 15 power pack sessions for that. All right. Now, friends, in this session, I'll not be teaching you anything that is related with the content of ZAT 2024, but I'll be telling you what you can do, what things you can take care, what things you can keep in your mind in this final set or final round of preparation for ZAT 2024. Obviously, these 20 days will be consumed in revising different things and focusing more on some basic things which like I consider those things as basic things. I'll tell you what are the things that I'm considering. So you need to focus on those things in order to crack ZAT 2024, and most importantly, secure a call from XLRI Jamshedpur, right? So our main focus will be getting a call from XLRI Jamshedpur. For that, we need to remember what will be the pattern. We need to remember what we need to do in this examination. How many questions, at least how many questions we need to attempt in this examination, and what should be our target scores as well as percentiles. Also, I'll be giving you a small glimpse of some of the big colleges that participates under ZAT 2024, and then I'll be telling you what to be done in these next 20 days for the students who are taking SNAP examination. If you are writing SNAP, so I believe your preparation will start from 22nd of December, because 22nd of December is the last slot for SNAP, and then you'll be starting your revision for ZAT 2024. But for others, you still have 20 days. Those who are writing SNAP, they have 70 days. So not much of difference between these two. Okay. Gopalji, you're asking how do you recommend to attempt DM section? At last, will you recommend, sir? At last, you will you recommend, sir? Gopal, first of all, yes, I would definitely recommend you to attempt DM section. Uh, like there are plenty of reasons for that. So I'll come to that part in this session as well. I'll definitely cover should you attempt DM section or what you should be doing in order to attempt at least a few questions in DM section so that you can clear the sectional cutoff which is required to get an XLRI call. All right. Vrinda, can you also help with attempts and time to devote, etc.? Yes, Vrinda, that is what I'm here for. Okay, so we'll be discussing what can be the expected pattern for ZAT 2024. It is like my expectation is it will be exactly the same. It will be on the lines of ZAT 2023. ZAT 2023 and ZAT 2022 को अगर compare करोगे there was not much of difference. Okay, so ज़्यादा difference नहीं था, but definitely we'll be talking about ZAT 2024 with respect to or in correlation with ZAT 2023 and what all things we need to attempt, how much time we need to devote in all these sections. We will be discussing about all those things in this section. Only sectional cutoff guarantees call. Varad, there are two types of cutoffs, a sectional cutoff as well as overall cutoff. So you have to clear. So if you want a call from any of the colleges, and if that college has sectional cutoffs and overall cutoffs, so you need to clear both these things. Sectional cutoffs for all the three sections of ZAT and overall cutoff as well, especially for XLRI. All right. Okay. आकाश, I understand Punjabi, but अभी ये session मैं पंजाबी में नहीं ले सकता. I cannot take this session in any other language, so I'll be using English most of all, and I'll be basically talking a few things in Hindi as well. Sir, my master's end exam is December 2. How to divide? So Sonali, this is a very specific thing. For that, obviously, I should be knowing the exact schedule of your examinations and how much time you want to devote, how good you are in your college studies, and how good you are in this. So I'll not be able to do it specifically for you, but I'll be telling you in general how much time you should be devoting for that. Okay. Vaishnavi will be definitely starting those lectures after ZAT examination. Okay, so that one big examination, and then after that, our focus will be CET. The examination, I believe, if I trust internet, the examination will be conducted in the month of March, the way it was conducted the last year. Okay, चलिए तो start करते हैं आज का session जल्दी से. So let's discuss some very important things. So first of all, obviously, the date of examination. So that it will be conducted on 7th of January 2024. Registration is already ended. Admit cards you can download starting from 20th December onwards. So day after tomorrow. दो दिन बचे हैं. So day after tomorrow say you can start downloading your admit cards. Okay. Gopal, you're asking some question during the examination when to attempt. I'm gonna last after Q. Okay. So Gopal, you're talking about the sequence in which we should be attempting the three sections. Definitely, I'll be talking about that as well. Okay. Okay. What I'll be covering. So guys, एक second, रुकते हैं. Okay. So instead of putting up so many questions at the beginning of the session, what you can do is you can wait for 20 minutes. Let me cover up the things myself, and then I'll give you some time wherein you can ask me questions. So I'll be giving you 5 to 10 minutes as an open session in which you can put up your questions, and I'll be answering the questions if I'll not cover those things in this session. ठीक है? तो ऐसा करते हैं, right? Now, first of all, I'll talk about the level of difficulty of ZAT examination in comparison. So, एक comparison में एक benchmark तो हमें रखना पड़ेगा ना. So, I'll take the benchmark as CAT examination. So, definitely the level of difficulty of ZAT examination is above CAT. Okay, generally speaking, the type of questions in verbal ability and logical reasoning, a different section that is decision making, which was not at all tested in CAT examination. If I talk about quant section, yes, the level of difficulty may be different, maybe a little higher, but the cutoffs will take care of all these things. So, when at one place the level of difficulty of CAT is this and having some kind of cutoffs. So, if the level of difficulty of any other examination will go up, then the cutoffs will go definitely down. Okay. So, you don't have to think about the level of difficulty. Definitely, at the time of your preparation, you need to prepare all those questions which can be expected to appear in ZAT examination. You will have to prepare accordingly, but if the examination is difficult, the sectional cutoffs will tend to come down. If the exam is easy, the cutoffs will go up. And the level of difficulty, all the questions are same for every student. Okay. So as far as the level of difficulty is concerned, you don't have to bother much about that. It's just that you need to prepare accordingly. All right. So ZAT का level of difficulty definitely थोड़ा सा high होता है. Now, another thing that adds up to the element of difficulty is an essay and questions of GK. I'll be covering that part separately. Okay, how important is it? Do you need to attempt all those things or not? So I'll be covering all these things in this session, right? So this is about the examination date and admit card. Now let's talk about ZAT 2023 paper pattern. My belief is we'll be getting ZAT 2024 on the similar lines, similar pattern. So ZAT 2023, it had a total of 105 questions, which were divided in three parts. Okay, let's talk about this. So the entire paper was divided in three parts: part one, part two, part three. Okay. Now, part one, there were three sections: verbal ability and logical reasoning, one of the sections; decision making, another section; quantitative ability and data interpretation, another sections, which needs to be attempted in 175 minutes. So first part, 175 minutes. Okay, I'll look at the details as well. Now, the second part was mock keyboard testing. Now, it was introduced in ZAT examination for the first time. Now, in this part, there were 5 minutes that were given to you, in which you can test your keyboard. Okay, because in the third part you will have to write an essay, right? So you need to get so if you want to get comfortable with the keyboard, or if there are any kind of complaints about the keyboard, so you can tell the examiner so that they can change the keyboard, etc., etc. Right? So that was mock keyboard testing, which is not at all scored. So you will not get anything in this section. This is just like you can say a resting time or the buffer time. Now comes part number three, which had general knowledge questions and an essay writing. For this entire section, you were given a total of 30 minutes. So in total for the examination, you had 210 minutes for ZAT 2023. All right. Now, if I look at the first part separately, so there were three sections: verbal ability, logical reasoning, having 26 questions in total. Okay. The marking scheme was +1 for correct and -1/4 for wrong. Similarly, decision making was another section having 22 questions, +1 and -1/4, similar marking scheme. And the third one was quantitative ability and data interpretation, 28 questions, +1 and -1/4, once again. Similar marking scheme in all the three sections. Now, there is another way, there is one more factor in the marking scheme that makes ZAT examination different from every other examination: negative marking for unattempted questions as well. Okay, so there will be -0.1 marks per question after 8 unattempted questions. So for the first 8 unattempted questions, there will not be any negative marking. But over and above 8 questions, there will be a negative marking of 0.1 marks per question. All right, fine. So that is not a very big thing. You don't have to like give much heed about this thing. Okay, so don't be under any unnecessary pressure of attempting more number of questions because of negative marking in unattempted questions. So pressure में नहीं आना, जितने अटेम्प्ट हो रहे हैं उतने ही अटेम्प्ट करने हैं. अगर अननेसेसरली फ्लूक्स मारना शुरू करोगे तो नेगेटिव मार्किंग will come into play because of wrong answers. ठीक है, तो जितने अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हो लॉजिकली उतने अटेम्प्ट करने हैं. Unnecessarily you don't have to over attempt this examination, right? So this was part number 1. Now, talking in detail about this part, so there were some questions which were asked by the students. So I've already discussed the level of difficulty. All right. Now, one important thing is there is no sectional time limit for these sections. Okay, so you will have all the 3 sections. There will be 3 tabs on your screen, and you can switch between these sections any number of times during these 175 minutes. No sectional time limit. Very important thing, right? You can start with any of the sections. In between, you can move on to the second, third, any number of times you can move. You can switch between the sections. All right. Now, the second thing is the sequence in which you should be attempting this paper. So, there is no specific sequence in which you should be attempting these sections. All right. Now, if I am at your end, what I'll do is, since we are programmed for CAT examination, in CAT, the first section was verbal, second was LRDI, and the third was quant. So I'll keep the sequence of verbal and quant same as that of CAT. So I'll start this paper with verbal ability, right? So verbal and logical ability, they are combined here. So I'll start with that. Okay, we'll give some time to this section. We'll then move on to decision making. And then after that, I'll move on to quant and data interpretation. The only reason is we are programmed like this. We must have written more than 20 mocks of CAT examination. So since we are programmed like that, I would like to go for the same sequence. All right. Now, the next thing is how much time we should be devoting on each of these sections. Now, first of all, in any examination that does not have sectional time limit, I will not divide the total time given in equal parts. I will not do that. Okay. Now, first of all, uh, the division of the time will be based on how strong am I in any of the sections. Okay, how much time I want to devote to my weaker sections, and so on and so forth. Okay, so if I'm a person who is strong in a section, okay, so first of all I would devote some time in that section. Okay, and in such examinations which does not have sectional time limit, I will always keep some time as a buffer time. Okay, so what I will be doing is, out of these 175 minutes that I have got, okay, I will take out 25 or 30 minutes buffer time. Okay, so 175 minus 25, or it's up to you, minus 30, minus 40, whatever buffer time you want to keep for yourself, you can do that. But if I'm at your end, I'll be keeping at least 25 minutes buffer time. Okay, so 175 minus 25 is 150. Okay, now you can divide 150 minutes in 3 equal parts, giving 50 minutes to each of these sections in this sequence. This is just my advice to you. Okay, you can do whatever you want to, right? This is what I will do if I am a student who is writing ZAT examination. So I'll start with verbal ability and logical reasoning. We'll give 50 minutes. So if I've written 50 minutes, it's not that exactly after 50 minutes you will have to come out of this section, or you cannot give less than 50 minutes. ऐसा नहीं है. Verbal ability, logical reasoning, if this is not your strong area, attempt minimum number of questions so that you can clear the sectional cutoff, and then devote more time to other sections in which you are strong so that you can maximize your overall score. That will help you in clearing the overall cutoff for this examination. Also, if you will increase your score, chances of converting a call of any college, XLRI, XIM, will increase. ठीक है, सो सेक्शनल कट ऑफ क्लियर है एंड ओवरऑल मार्क्स ज्यादा है, बहुत ज्यादा है, तो इट विल हेल्प यू इन कन्वर्टिंग अ कॉल. ओके, सो दिस कैन हैपन फॉर एनी सेक्शन. सो मैंने 50 मिनट्स में डिवाइड किया. इफ verbal and logical reasoning, logical ability is not your strong point, so you can spend 40 minutes or 45 minutes, come out of that section and devote more time in other 2 sections so that you can maximize the overall score. Right, so 50 minutes, 45 से 50 तक टाइम लगा सकते हो. सो 45 to 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes. Okay. Now what will happen after these 140 or 150 minutes? After 140 or 150 minutes, now you have seen the entire paper. Okay. 50 minutes से ज्यादा टाइम मत लगाओ. Don't spend more than 50 minutes in any of these sections. Okay. Like in a scenario in which you have started a question, you are about to finish it, then you can spend another 1 or 2 minutes extra. But do not spend more than, on an average, don't spend more than 50 minutes on any section. Now, what will happen after these 150 minutes? Now you have read the entire paper. Okay. पूरा paper आपने read कर लिया, and you can now understand the level of difficulty of all the three sections. Also, you know your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so you can devote these remaining last 25 minutes in a section in which probably you are strong. Okay, you think कि यार I'm strong in decision making, and decision making में questions भी easy हैं, and I'm still left with some questions. So you can again go back to those questions that you have left unattempted and attempt those questions. Probably you can take 10 minutes, 15 minutes in one section and 5 to 10 minutes in another section, right? So you can divide these remaining 25 or 30 minutes accordingly as per the level of difficulty, as per your strengths and weaknesses, as per the number of questions that you have left unattempted in any of these sections. All right. So all these factors will come into play when you are taking this examination. You will be able to implement all those things only if you have practiced these techniques and tricks, or practiced this way of attempting the paper in mock papers. So not just 1 or 2 or 3 mocks will help you, at least 5 to 7 mocks you must take before ZAT 2024 in order to make sure that you'll be able to remember what you have to do, remember your strategy for the examination. राइट. ये सब चीजें माइंड में तभी आएंगी जब प्रैक्टिस कर चुके होंगे. Okay, so at least 7 mocks you should be writing before ZAT 2024. I'll also be giving you the schedule which you should follow to write ZAT 2024 mock papers. ठीक है, चलो आगे चलते हैं. So this was part number 1. I hope I have covered almost everything for part number 1. Right, now moving on to part 2. So it was added in 2023 only, comprised mock keyboard testing, as I've already told you, with a time limit of 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, part 3 will automatically start. Now part 3. Part 3, there will be 25 questions of general knowledge, plus 1 for correct, no negative marking. So लिख लो कहीं पे भी, make sure that you will attempt all these 25 questions. No negative marking is there. Attempt all these 25 questions. Okay. Then you will have to write one essay. For this entire process, you will be getting a total of, you will be getting a total of 30 minutes. ठीक है, 30 minutes total मिलेंगे. Now 25 questions of GK can easily be finished in 7 to 8 minutes. उससे ज्यादा नहीं लगता. ठीक है, you just GK में कुछ solve नहीं करना. You don't have to solve anything in GK. You read the question, you know the answer, mark the answer. You don't know the answer, mark a fluke, move on to the next one. Don't think that you'll be marking the flukes towards the end. You know the answer, mark the answer. You don't know the answer, mark the fluke. Okay, fine, simple. 25 questions should be finished in less than 8 minutes, right? The next 20 to 23 minutes that you'll have will be spent on writing this essay. You don't have to write, you'll have to type the essay. Okay, so one more thing that you'll have to do, other than practicing some of the questions of GK, you'll have to practice typing. Okay, थोड़ा सा typing speed increase कर लो so that you don't have any problem at the time of ZAT. Okay, on your screen you can see some of the essay topics that were there in the last 2 years. So ZAT 2023, there were 3 topics, out of which you'll have to select one and write an essay on that. ZAT 2022, there was only one topic given, and you'll have to write the essay on that topic. Okay, so anything can happen in ZAT 2024. They may give you one topic, they may give you 2 topics, they may give you any number of topics. Okay, but you'll have to be well prepared. So what I'll say is, go through some of the topics which have appeared in last 5-6 years or last 10 years, last 15 years. ZAT के जितने भी essays हैं, सब के सब निकाल लो, and just spend half an hour every day in reading one of those topics. Just Google it and read some stuff on that topic. Okay, fine. So this is how you can prepare for essay writing. While you'll be preparing for essay writing, you'll be reading a lot of stuff which will help you in preparation for general knowledge as well, apart from the other efforts that you'll be making in preparation for general knowledge. Now, one very important thing. Should I attempt part 3 or not? Yes, I believe that you should attempt part 3. But one very important information that you must know is your scorecard will have a percentile score which will be based on your performance in part 1. So the percentile that you'll be getting will be based only on your performance in part 1. Part 3 does not affect your percentile. That means the calls that you'll be getting from any college, they will be solely completely based on your performance in part 1. Part 3 will not be considered to get a call from any college including XLRI. Once you will get a call from XLRI, then your part 3 will be considered, and it will be considered only for the selection procedure of XLRI, and that too in the second stage of selection procedure. So even getting a call from XLRI, part 3 is not useful, but if you have filled the form of XLRI, then you must attempt part 3 seriously. You must take part 3 seriously. Any student who is not targeting XLRI, they can leave part 3 as well. But why to leave this particular thing? Since you have time, you are given time. So why not attempt some questions of general knowledge? Why not write a wonderful essay? Okay, just like you have paid money for that, so there is no harm in attempting it. Okay. MBA CET classes, Nikhil, I've already told, made it clear at the beginning of the session, probably in the month of January. Once ZAT examination is over, we'll be starting MBA CET lectures. All right. Okay. Now, moving ahead, talking about ZAT 2023 cutoffs, this is one thing that you need to target. So, these cutoffs are mentioned in terms of percentiles. And then I have a table which is probably incomplete that will give you score versus percentile things. Okay. So score versus percentile mapping will also be shown. But this is as per the official website of XLRI. So these are the cutoffs for business management and human resource management for XLRI. Okay, so there are two programs in XLRI, business management and human resource management. So these are the separate sectional as well as overall cutoffs for BM and HRM, right? So there are four categories of students: general engineer males, females, general non-engineer males, and females. So these are for general categories. I have not mentioned the categories for reserved. I have not mentioned the cutoffs for reserved categories, right? So ये सब cutoffs आपके सामने है. So I'll just give you an example. You can take a picture of this slide, okay? And all these things are given on the website of XLR. Official website पे दिया हुआ है सब कुछ. So if you are a general engineer male, then to get a call from business management, you need 75 percentile in VA, 75 percentile in decision making, and 85 percentile in QA with an overall of 95 percentile. Similarly, for human resource management, to get a call from human resource management, if you are a general engineer male, then you will require, I'm sorry, you will require 90 percentile in VA, 75 percentile in DM, and 75 percentile in QA with an overall of 93 percentile. Likewise, the other three categories, whichever category you belong to, you can have a look at that. All these are for general categories. I'm not mentioned anything for reserved categories. Okay, you can find that on the official website. Right now, these are some institutes which are associated with ZAT. Okay, so you can quickly have a look at that. There are plenty of colleges, plenty of good B schools that participates under ZAT. Okay, now if you are a North Indian, you might not have heard of these colleges. The way if you are a South Indian, you will rarely hear anything about some of the colleges which are in North India. So across the country, there are plenty of B schools which participate in ZAT. Loyola Institute of Business Administration, LIBA, which is in Chennai. one of the very good colleges that participates in ZAT. Similarly, like I'll give you some of the names that I think they are good to consider. They are worth considering. So I'm just putting a tick mark on those. Okay, some of the renowned names. I'm not saying that the others are not so good names, but these are very good colleges. Then other associated institutes, Ford School of Management in North India, Goa Institute of Management, a wonderful B school with a wonderful location, Great Lakes Good College, IIFM, Indian Institute of Forest Management, a wonderful college, ITM Navi Mumbai is an average college, International Management Institute, IMI New Delhi, a wonderful college, IMT Ghaziabad, they have other campuses as well, but I would recommend you to first of all like put Ghaziabad in your priority list. And IRMA, which is in Anand, Gujarat, is also a wonderful college. Okay, right? Now other colleges: KJ Sumaya, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Micah, NIBM, Willinkar, Tapni, Vellore Institute of Technology. So these are plenty of good colleges which are associated with ZAT. Now important thing, ZAT score versus percentile. So first of all, I'll remove myself from the window. Okay. All right. So these are some cutoffs, score versus percentile mapping that I've done. Okay. So to get a percentile of 99, I'll look at 95. Okay. Because overall cutoff was 95 for the programs of XLRI. So to get a percentile, 95 percentile in quant in 2023, ZAT 2023 last year, the score of 15 to 15.5 was good. Similarly, in verbal and logical reasoning, 13 to 13.5, and for decision making, this was the score required to get 95 percentile. Okay. Now, overall, I don't have the data, but for 2022, it was 29.5, and uh, 2023 का इससे slightly higher होगा around 32. You can write 32 here. Okay, so if you have scored 32 marks in ZAT overall with these sectional values, then you will be able to get a call from almost every program of XLRI, right? So this is some data that might be handy for all of you. Now moving ahead, what should be your study plan for ZAT? Now, since CAT is over, NMAT and SNAP are about to get over. Okay. So you must have studied most of the things which are like, if I'll remove the common things, verbal, logical, and quant and data interpretation. Okay. If I'll remove all those things, which you just need to brush up as per the level of difficulty of ZAT, you need to focus more now on decision making. That is an add-on, a new section which was never tested in any other examination. Okay. So to prepare for decision making, first of all, you can attend our sessions that will be conducting starting from tomorrow. Okay. Now, some of the sessions will definitely be on decision making, right? Now, this is number one thing that you can do. Then what you may do is, you must do is take out last 5, 6, 7 or like jitne bhi years ke papers available hai ZAT ke, just take out all those papers, all right, and start solving, start practicing all the questions of decision making. Okay, this is very important thing. Not only decision making, you can attempt the entire examination. That will help you in understanding the level of difficulty as well. Okay, now targeting XLRI, GK needs to be prepared. So daily basis, half an hour, 45 minutes, give time to read some GK stuff, some magazine, some yearbook or whatever. Okay, and then half an hour for essay writing, right? You need to develop your writing skills as well. So you need to give at least 45 minutes for the preparation of GK and another 30 minutes for the preparation of essay writing. Okay. Now also vis-a-vis practicing the previous year ZAT papers, you need to write enough number of mocks as well. Now our examination is on 7th of January. Okay. So last mock that you should be writing must be on 4th of January. So 4th of January, the last mock. Then 2nd of January, you can write one mock. I'm just making a proper schedule for you. 31st of December, 29th December, 27th December, and 25th December. I have given you the schedule for 6 mock papers. You can insert one more mock. You can write it today, you can write it tomorrow. So write one mock at the beginning of your preparation so that you will understand the paper pattern, the level of difficulty, the type of questions, each and everything. And then devote some time in preparation for decision making, revise some stuff for verbal and quant, and then start writing mock on alternate days starting from 25th of December. So this should be your entire schedule up till 4th of January. After 4th of January, 5th and 6th, do not write any mock, do not do anything new. The same thing that we suggest to all the students, which we suggested before CAT examination or before any examination, you need to maintain your calm composure in the last 2 days. Okay, just take some rest, revise very small things, read some newspaper, keep it light, and then go for the examination. All right. Also, one very important thing is whenever you are writing these mock papers, write them exactly at the time when you will be taking your ZAT examination. Okay. So, if I look at the timings for ZAT, they are in the afternoon. Huh? So, 2 p.m. till 5:30 p.m. 3 hours 30 minutes is the time slot for ZAT, right? यही है, ठीक है? So, like, I think up till last year, it used to start in the morning at 9:30 a.m., but this year they have changed it, and it will start at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and it will be up till 5:30 p.m. So all these mocks must be written exactly at the same time. So you should be sitting down in front of your laptop or computer screen at 1:30 p.m. maximum by 1:45. 1:45 तक कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन के सामने बैठ जाना है, ठीक है? And then start your mock exactly at 2 p.m. Exactly after 175 minutes, the first section will be over. Now, since you are writing a mock on online, okay, so now starting at 2 p.m., the things will happen automatically. Okay, so you must start your mock exactly at 2 p.m. That is the real practice. That will be the real practice for ZAT examination. All right, fine. Now, in case anyone wants to ask anything related to whatever, like you feel if I have not covered, you are free to go. So the next 5 minutes, it's all yours. In case you want to ask any random question related to ZAT, you can do that. Okay, Shubhankar. So can you please answer my earlier question pertaining to QA section? I'm finding the questions very application oriented. Please suggest a strategy to at least score 12 to 14 in QA. Now, Shubhankar, you are absolutely correct when you are saying that the questions of ZAT are application based questions. Also, I find the questions of ZAT a little lengthy. Okay. Rarely you will see a direct question in ZAT examination when it comes to QA or DI section. DI is calculative as well. Okay. Now, what you need to do good in ZAT, especially in this section, so that you can attempt 14, 15 questions and score 12 to 14 marks, is practice. Okay. So, like I suggested earlier, pick up ZAT previous year papers and start attempting all those questions. I hope all your basics concepts must be in place. Your fundamentals are good. Okay, you understand all the chapters, right? So if your understanding is good, if you have already covered a lot of distance when it comes to the basics, the fundamentals of QA, okay, you have prepared for CAT examination, then you will not have much of difficulty in adapting yourself with the level of difficulty or the types of questions that appears in ZAT. It's just that you need to now change whatever presets that you have in your mind because of CAT examination. Okay. कैट में डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस भी थे, यू विल हैव टू बिलीव दैट. एंड स्नैप एंड मैट अगर अटेम्प्ट किया है आपने, व्हेन इट वाज वेरी इजी, level of difficulty was very low. Okay, so you don't have to do anything new here. You already know things, just have to understand what type of questions are there, and that will help you basically if it will be done basically if you will attempt previous year, at least 5 to 6 previous year papers of ZAT examination. Everything will be done. Okay. Sayandir, sir, I gave mock of last few years to, okay, that is not mock, last year's ke papers, scored this. So this will be enough to get into XLRI. Yes, yes, yes. Sandeep, that is a very good score. I hope you're not adding up the score of general knowledge. Okay. So in the first part, if you have scored anything above 45, you will get a definite call from XLRI, making sure that you have taken care of your sectional cutoffs. So your score is almost equally divided. Okay. So which college accept that score? So Alka, I think you have joined in just now. So just go back in this session. I have given you entire list of colleges. Not entire, but I have shown more than 25 colleges which accepts the ZAT score. Sir, I actually have anxiety issue. My cat collapsed because of pressure. I wanted to know how many mocks. So, R for Dion, I have already mentioned at least 6 mocks as per the dates I have prescribed. Okay, you should be taking your mocks, right? Anything before that, like if you want to write some more mocks before that, in case you think that you are well prepared, you can add one more mock. So anything between 5 to 7 mocks will be fine. All right. Okay. So I believe that is all from all of you, the questions that you are asking. Okay. Anyone having any other question? Otherwise, I will call it a day. Now, friends, CAT की टेस्ट सीरीज तो ओवर हो गई है. नॉन कैट टेस्ट सीरीज यू मस्ट एनरोल एट बायजूस. ओके. Why? Because of the quality of questions, the quality of mocks, the closeness with the actual examination. This is what you will find here in the non-CAT test series of BYJU'S. So जिसने भी अगर test series join नहीं किया, so go ahead and join this test series. Also, like I told you, that 2024 crash course, we are starting it from 19th of December. Almost on daily basis we'll be having a session at 7 p.m. It will be an entire series of 15 power live sessions in which we'll be covering highly probable questions and section wise score boosters as well. Now click on talk to our counselor on our BYJU'S Exam Prep app to talk to our counselor and enroll for any of the programs. Also, CAT 2023 score calculator and percentile predictor is there, so accurately predict your score no more by using this. CAT College Predictor is also there. Deep profile examination will be there based on data will be based on latest top B schools info. All right. So know which IIMs you are likely to get call from after CAT percentile required. Okay. This is our list of CAT 2022 toppers. You can follow us on all these social media platforms. Thank you very much for being a part of this session. We'll see you once again